Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we are going to talk about a true classic automobile, one that I have very seldom seen myself, but Packards, of course, are one of our favorites here for the old heavy classics. A 1937 1502 four-door convertible sedan with a divider window. Give you all the details in but a moment. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about an absolutely astonishing automobile in terms of collectability, rarity, whatnot. A 1937 1502 Packard convertible sedan with a divider window as well. A Super 8, which I always like. They always make sure to tell you that in the hubcaps in case you forget what it is. It tells you right there. Now you're going to want to watch this video from start to finish because we're going to do a cold start, we're going to do a walk around, we're going to give you all the details of this magnificent automobile that's sitting here on the sales floor at Ellingson's. Now, our website being www.ellingsonmotorcars.com, so you can click on the link in the description and it'll take you right to our website and you'll get the pricing and the rest of the information on this vehicle as well. Plus, have access to our over 100 classic and collectible vehicles we currently have in inventory on our sales floor. Everything from cars out of the 20s to the 2000s and beyond. So if you're looking for your first classic, your first collectible, or your 100th, odds are Ellingson Motorcars probably has your dream vehicle sitting right here on the sales floor. Well, let's get into the little details of this truly remarkable car. Beautiful black paint all the way around. I mean, talk about elegance. 1937, Packard was really actually holding their own. They had the some of their lesser expensive cars were doing well, so they kind of had still room to do some of the real high-end stuff as well, whereas some of their competitors were kind of, this was right near the end of their existence, if you will, in the Depression. So they'd kind of given up the ship and Packard was still going full speed ahead and they were still coming up with new and exciting ideas. That's what's so hard to believe, how beautiful the cars came out of that time frame when we're in the middle of the Depression and whatnot, but they were still going forward and coming up with new innovations. For 37, Packard's big thing is they have a front independent suspension on these cars, and they've also converted from the mechanical brakes to a power assist hydraulic brakes. I mean, first year for Packard, really nice when you got a car of this size going down the road. You certainly want to be able to stop. I mean, it is that way, but it's got the big straight 8 in it, the 320 cubic inch, and it is really nicely detailed. That's another reason why you want to watch the entire video, the walk around, all that stuff. You'll see all the details that we actually can see on this vehicle. Since it was this well done, this car actually has a provenance of many national awards. I mean, first place national awards and things of that sort. This car has truly got a history behind it that is second to none, and it is just absolutely very correct. I mean, if you want to talk about something that's done well, this car is done to the nines. Beautiful set of trip lights on the front as well. You know, back in those days, remember they had 6 volt in most of the cars. The headlights were kind of dim. That's why if you're going at night, it's kind of nice to have the more accessory lights on the front as well. Don't you just love the Compartment radiator mascot? Beautiful, beautiful example right there. 37 was also kind of a change in styling. They gave the front radiator shell a little bit more of a rake or whatever, gave it a little more laid back, nice long hood on this thing. Lots of the options on this thing are right here. We're looking at, this is one of the big options that these cars had. They would have a dual side mount, and they've got the mirrors and the covers as well. I mean, very, very elegant, I guess is the word. Stately would be another word we could use. Beautiful wide whitewall tires with the beauty rings and the center caps, and as I mentioned earlier, it tells you it's a Super 8. which is really nice. So you would always know what you had. And that was part of the mystique of the Packard. I mean, when you had that kind of car, you were obviously somebody of consequence, because this car was probably priced almost 2 times what the average person made for wages in 1937. Taking a look at the inside of the car, I mean, it is absolutely Oxblood Red leather all the way around. Just absolutely beautiful. The banjo steering wheel, you know, the wood on the inside and on the dash. This car even came with an AM radio. Of course, that was the only thing they had in those days. Didn't have FM radio for many, many years, but it's got the original AM radio in there as well. Beautiful car, so much leg room in the back. And again, as I mentioned earlier, it does have the divider window. So if your chauffeur was taking you someplace, you wanted a little privacy, just roll up that window and there you go. You could have your conversations. Beautiful canvas tan top as well. Nice thing about these cars, they do actually have a little trunk area for if you're traveling someplace, you can throw in your overnight bags or whatever to stay and have the chauffeur take care of it once you got to your destination. Now you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, now and even TikTok as well. Give us a like, leave us a comment or subscribe. We appreciate it very much, and you have all the information on this car, our current inventory, and you'll have access to information on cars we've sold over the last several years as well. So if you got time to peruse those websites, if you will, I'm sure you'll find interesting stuff to watch and look at. No, the interior in this car is just absolutely stunning. I mean, it is beautiful all the way around. I just can't believe how nice this actually is. Now, these are manual tops. They come down, you unclick the front and take this piece out, and it goes down. It's not that difficult to do, but they didn't really have a power top option in 1937. Nice running boards, just everything. Like I said, if you get a national award car, if you want to start with one of the best in the world, you got it sitting right here on the sales floor. And you're going to say, you know, Scott, I really love the video, but I got to come and look at this car in person for several reasons. Number one, it's just a dream car to look at in person. And I want to look at it to make sure it is exactly what I'm looking for, because you don't find these available very often. If you need to add this to your collection, you have to really be searching high and low, and to find one this nice and the story behind it, really, really special. So you can come on down to our dealership. We are open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5 and Saturdays 10 to 4 as well for those of you who want to come down in person. Now you can say, you know, where, if I buy this car, I live in California, can you get it shipped to me? We certainly have contacts for shipping cars all over the United States, all over the world for that matter. Say you say, well, I would like to finance this car. Do you have sources? We also have sources for that as well. Give us a call. I mean, we are here, you know, to answer any and all questions at 763-428-7337, and we will do our very best to answer any and all questions you have on this car or any of our other inventory as well. I am just tickled to death when I run into these cars of this magnitude and this quality and this rarity. I mean, it really is a special automobile. It was in 1937, and guess what? Today, it's also a very, very special automobile. So if you're looking to have that really stellar car that you want as your main car in your collection, or be it your first classic, you know, we've got one right here on the sales floor at Ellingson's. And visit us, our website, remember, EllingsonMotorcars.com, and we'll see you next time. Remember, we always may have your dream car sitting right on the sales floor. Thank you, and see you next time.